So for today, we're going to be looking at the Heretical set for the Titans. If you guys don't know, we've already reviewed the armor set and done the shader video. They're both right here, and the Hunter video is right here as well. Definitely check them out because I do think they're worth checking out. Some of the sets that I made for the Hunter are absolutely amazing. And if you guys want to see the armor, definitely check out the review video because I go through how it looks and how it shaders, and then the shader video, it's just all of my favorite shaders, because if I do all of my shaders, I genuinely do go to sleep because I do have a lot of shaders. So if you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe. It really does help because a huge portion of people are actually not subscribed. So if you can do me a favor, like, comment, sub, hit the bell notification because that also does help. Other than that, let's get into it. So to start off, we're going to be using the Dune Marcher, specifically with the Husk Crusher's ornament. For the actual Heretical pieces, we're going to be using the helmet and the arms. This one's really cool in my opinion, specifically because the Apollo's following plate goes really well with the Heretical pieces and the camouflage mark because of the chains. So shader wise, Eclipse Tempest, because I love the coloring for this, but also the texture on the actual armor is really good. So the reason I really like this set is because the Apollo's following goes really hard with this set. Not only does it have that like irregular metal type of look, specifically because it's bone, but the actual like bones that go out of your chest, specifically like on the shoulders, those go really well because obviously everything has some pointy bits, specifically the arms and the helmet have like a lot of pointy bits. The Husk Crushers also goes really hard with this because it's irregular metal looking. Anything that looks like irregular metal or like bone type of thing is going to look good with the Heretical set, just because that's kind of the vibe it gives. And then Camouflage, honestly, it literally is just for the chains. This is definitely a Scorn vibe for me, just because the shader does a really good job with that, but also the helmet and the arms also give a good job with that as well. Not only that, I combine the Heretical helmet with the Heretical gauntlets because I am not the biggest fan of the arms. I don't like the right side specifically of the arms. I think specifically the shoulder, I'm not a big fan of that, which is why I combine it with the Heretical, because the Heretical has that type of like horn type of thing. So that's why I did it. And surprisingly, this is probably one of my favorites. I haven't seen the other ones in a while, so let's get into the second one. As for the next set, we're going to be using the Abate Leaps. And this one I genuinely think is my favorite, specifically because the Heretical plate goes really hard with every other piece. So Forian helmet for the helmet, the War Newman's fist for the arms, Heretical plate for the chest piece, and then the Finala's Iron Mark. So I love this one specifically because the shader Unwavering Gallantry goes so hard with this set. Overall, I definitely think this is my favorite. It's just so good. It's using Abate Leaps, which is one of my favorite exotics for Titans. And yeah, there's not a lot to talk about this one. Like the reason I really like this one is because all of the armor in this is very minimal. There's a lot of cloth in this one. So like the Titans, the chest piece specifically, there's only armor on the chest plate, the arms only on the shoulder and the arms, the boots only on the actual like boots, the like knee down, and then some on the knee up. Everything else is just pure cloth, which is why I think this set goes really hard, because it has such a good design to it. The shader is also really good. Unwavering Gallantry is so good because the mark has that green, and some of the Abate Leap has that green as well. But other than that, it's all just like that brown, which is really cool. Overall, this one is probably my favorite. If I were to switch something out, it would most likely be the arms. Not saying they're bad. I just think like they're the piece where I can see people being like, I don't like it, because it's definitely the weakest part from this whole set, I definitely would admit. So maybe the Forian arms would be really good. So maybe some other like hive piece would be really cool as well. The only thing I would be against would be the Crota arms. I don't think the Crota arms would be good unless you switched out the shader, because the Unwavering Gallantry has a white glow on the boots, and having green would just kind of be weird for me personally. So let me know what you guys think about this one. As for the next set, it's another banger, bro. I really like this one. Ultra Clean is such a good shader. I mean, to be fair, when I heard Ultra Clean, I thought it was just going to be like a super white color. That being said, I'm not disappointed with it. Would I have preferred something else? For sure. But I'm like, it's still a banger shader. For the actual pieces, Heretical plate again, and then the Heretical mark. For the exotic, we're going to be using the Doomfang Pauldrons with the embodiment of the War Beast. I love this ornament. And the actual other pieces is going to be the Apex Draconic Helm and then the Plaguebreaker Greaves. So I think the set is super clean. like really clean, no pun intended. Like it's so dope. I think the Ultra Clean really does a good job at making all these pieces look good together, but I also think the pieces do also a great job at that. I think the Apex Draconicum is such a good choice for this, because we're going for an embodiment of the War Beast. I want to have that like War Beast feel, which is why we also went with Plaguebreaker, just because I like the set going with every other piece. Overall, I think this set is a dope set, like legitimately not my favorite, because I do think the last one just beats it out just by that little bit, but this one is super dope. Let me know what you guys think about this one. And then last but not least, we're going to be using the point contact cannon brace for the exotic, and for the actual piece, we're going to be using the Heretical Greaves. So I definitely would say this is the weakest one, and also has two pieces that are unobtainable, specifically the Pylos Following Helm and the Anthemic Invocation Mark. Other than that, Forian Plate should still be available. We also are using the Anchorage Ornament for this one. Shader wise, we're using the Crucible Alizarin, which is really cool. Now, I don't think this is bad. This is definitely the weakest one here for sure, just because I think the three that we saw before just have so much strong points to them. This one's not bad. It's just, I think the Forian Plate is a bad choice. I think the better choice would have been the Oryx chest piece. I think that would have been a way better choice, just because it just looks too small. Specifically when you combine it with the Anchorage Ornament, the shoulder pads are just way too high for my taste. So I do think a chest piece that is a little bit bulkier would have been way better. So the Forian Plate would have been switched for something else. That being said, I think the Heretical Greaves with the Anthemic Invocation go unnecessarily hard. That being said, you just have to shader it correctly, because Anthemic Invocation has like eyes that don't change color, which is unfortunate. But I think Heretical Greaves are probably the best piece from the Heretical set for the Titans, and I just did not utilize it well. That being said, it's just one piece that I would switch out, and I think it would be really cool. If I'm being quite honest, I do definitely want to use the Heretical Greaves again, just to make a set that I'm actually like, yo, this is amazing. Because not gonna lie, this is definitely the weakest one. Not saying it's bad, it's just, again, like compared to the other sets, this one's definitely the weakest. So let me know what you guys think. I definitely had a lot of fun doing these for the Titans as well, just because, again, so many pieces just did so many cool things, dude. Like the three, like honestly, having three sets from having one set just be like okay is kind of crazy, because like all the other sets are just bangers in my opinion. And using exotics that are actually like decent, specifically like I still use Doomfangs. I love Doom Marchers, and Bane Leaps I still use as well. The only one that I'm like whatever's on was Point Contact, but even then, like, it got a buff and it's pretty good now. So like that's also something to praise, because usually I make fashion for exotics that are kind of trash, and in my heart I'm like, I love the fashion. The fashion's super cool. It's just the exotic is straight fucking cheeks, which is very unfortunate most of the time, because again, I like my fashion to be also practical. But it's also, there also can be an argument to be said that like I'm doing that fashion so that way when the exotic does get good in the future, I'll already have fashion for it. So there's two sides to that. But let me know what you guys think. I appreciate you come to this point, because not a lot of people do. So remember, like, comment, subscribe really does help the channel, and it really helps the algorithm as well, because the only way that my channel can actually do well is if I'm just posting a bunch of content, like non-stop, like video every day, which is fucking crazy when you really think about it, because it's me making videos every day. And sometimes, dude, like, it's just, I can't do that. It's really rough. So I would appreciate y'all to give me a little bit more support in that aspect. But let me know what you guys think. I appreciate y'all. Be safe. I will see you all later.